What is a cleanse? What is a detox? Why are these important? Why might it be important to you today? So a lot of people want to do a cleanse or a purification or detox, and I'm just going to use the term cleanse, and I'm going to go into the details of them and why you might want to do that. So cleanse, purification, detox are often used interchangeably, but they're always a little bit different. So all of them involve a reset of your body, and they're a little bit different depending on whether toxins are simply passing through your system or they're stored in your body cells. The nice thing about the cleanse that I'm hosting is that it actually addresses all of these. So it is important to address that your purpose for doing it, that you understand what your purpose is, because that will help you decide certain actions to take under the umbrella of the cleanse. So a cleanse itself typically focuses on your gastrointestinal health. So that helps your GI system, typically the lower GI system. So below your stomach, there's an upper and lower. So below your actual stomach, which is right here, but more in your intestines. So it'll decrease toxin absorption from your foods. A sign that you might benefit from that are bloating, gut discomfort, or basic gastrointestinal irregularities. Like you might have diarrhea one day and you're constipated the next, or you never poop and suddenly you're pooping all the time. So what this generally involves is reducing your exposure to potential irritants. Typically, that's going to be processed food, environmental toxins, sugars, and then encouraging healthy gut function through your fiber intake. And let's see, I just accidentally scrolled down too far. Your fiber intake, drinking plenty of water, and some elimination of trigger foods. And that's actually going to be good for all of these. So if you want to clean out your gut, if you feel like you're stuck, but you do want to make sure that you're pooping before you ever start a cleanse. So make sure you increase your water, that you get a little bit of a handle on that. If you are not pooping at all, it's a good idea to figure that part out and then do the cleanse, because otherwise those toxins are just going to keep recirculating in because they're not coming out and they've got nowhere else to go. And if you have specific GI related complaints or sensitivities, it's really good to do a cleanse. Again, as long as you're pooping regularly, at least once every 2 days, minimum. Okay, the outcome is you're going to get relief of GI symptoms. And you're also going to therefore absorb nutrients better. So those two things are really important. Those all happen below your stomach, is the absorption of nutrients into your body. Purification, that's where you support toxin removal from the bloodstream. So it goes above and beyond just cleaning out your gut. You're considering, do I have toxins that are running through my bloodstream? That's happening to a lot of people. And if you're MTHFR gene mutation positive, then this is something for you to consider, because there's a really good chance that you are absorbing more toxins and your body is a little bit stuck, or maybe even a lot stuck, in getting toxins out of your body. So the primary goal of purification is to get those toxins out that are already in your blood. You're going to want to sweat, do some exercise. If you have a sauna, you can do that. This one says in consultation with your healthcare provider. So best is to consult with somebody to make sure that you're getting those toxins out. Make sure that you have plenty of hydration, water, pure water, detoxified water, to support your kidneys, removing the toxins and getting those out. Making sure you're having healthy dietary changes to reduce the overall toxic burden. When to consider this is when you think you might have a systemic toxic load beyond your GI tract. And if you have fatigue, low-grade inflammation means that you might have been diagnosed with an itis, arthritis. I can't think of any other itises. Anything with an itis on the end of it is going to, gastritis. Anything with an itis on the end of it means that you are suffering from inflammation. So purification is to help you reduce that inflammation that's affecting your overall health. The outcome is it helps flush out circulating toxins before they get stored or cause further issues. So purification is great it'll help your GI tract as well as cleaning out your blood. Then we have the metabolic detoxification support. This is amazing. I think everybody could use this simply because, well, what? The primary goal is to mobilize. So get that moving out of your body. So it might be dormant in your fat because your body is going to protect you by surrounding some of those toxins with fat and just hold them in there so they can't get into your organs, into your blood, and start messing up your organs. So mobilize, neutralize, and eliminate the toxins stored in your body cells, particularly in fat cells. There's 3 phases of natural detoxification. One is mobilization or bioactivation. This is an enzymatic reaction. So enzymes get things moving in the body. The enzymatic reactions add reactive groups to toxins, often creating more reactive intermediates. What does that mean? It means basically enzymes. I don't know how to describe enzymes. You take enzymes and supplements. So it's a chemical substance, natural chemical substance is going to go in and it's going to tap on the fat cell and say, yo, time to wake up. Let's get moving. And it's going to kick out those toxins. So that's the mobilization. So it's going to come in, it's going to look around and see where those fats laying dormant in your cells. It's going to go, it's going to pull them out, it's going to wake them up, it's going to mobilize them. Conjugation. These activated toxins are bound to water-soluble molecules, making them easier to excrete. So again, chemical reaction, a natural chemical reaction that your body's supposed to do. We just have too many toxins everywhere, so it's hard to get them out. So they're going to go in, it's water soluble because you're going to pee it out or sweat it out. It's going to come out. It's going to go down and get out through your bowel movements, but it gets mobilized and then attached to water so that it can flush out of your system rather than being stuck there in your fat cells. And then elimination is these conjugated toxins are removed via bile, urine, or sweat. Bile comes from your gallbladder, so the bile helps release those through your stools, through your poop. You're going to release it through your urine or your sweat. Why this matters? Because toxins are stored in fat cells and can impede, slow down, or stop cellular function. Your cells operate your body, leading to various health issues if not addressed. Proper nutrient support is essential in each phase. So that's why it's best to do a program that's already figured out versus doing something like a garlic lemon water cleanse for a week. Is going to deplete your body and possibly make you sicker. Not a good idea because your body does need all those nutrients to operate. So proper nutrient support is essential at each phase, especially when highly reactive intermediate toxins are released. So these toxins are laying dormant in your fat cells. They're just sitting there. And so if you just suddenly release all these toxins, you're going to feel incredibly bad. It needs to have support getting all that out of your body, which is why slow and steady wins the race, and making sure that you're hydrated, possibly that you're doing some sweat therapy of some kind, and making sure that you're not exposing yourself to more toxins. That's why you have the pure food, because all of this needs to get flushed out of your body. And okay, so highly reactive intermediate toxins are released. And so intermediate toxins, so anyway, so there's toxins in there. I'm not going to go into detail about that because it's toxins. When to consider this: when you have a high toxic load suspected due to lifestyle factors. So if there's smoking, alcohol, polluted environments, if you're on a ton of medications, if you are coming out of chemo, radiation, there's a lot of toxins that have been dumped into your body in order to help you. Even if you're on a lot of medications, if you're on medications that you need, those are putting toxins in your body. You won't get off your medications in order to do this. Don't do it while you're on chemo, after chemo, and just to replenish your body so that it gets nice and strong. When to consider: chronic fatigue, weight gain, persistent skin issues, or long-standing symptoms hinting at deeper toxicity. Going back to the chemo, make sure you check with your healthcare provider to make sure that this gets approved. If you tell your healthcare provider, I'm doing a detox, if they are, especially a medical doctor, they are very likely going to tell you no, because a detox program done incorrectly will end you up in the hospital. Good chance it's going to end you up in a hospital. And so it's not recommended on some for unmonitored or that aren't flushing your body with nutrients. What is the problem with stored toxins? They're not dormant, so even when they're stored, toxins continue to interfere with cell function. So your body is always looking and trying to figure out what to do with those. So if you've ever tried to focus on something, so your body is focused on keeping you strong and healthy. If you've ever been super focused on something and then you're like, there's a little annoying sound over in the corner. I get distracted by sounds. So if there's a little annoying sound over in the corner and it's irregular, right? And then you get focused and then you get distracted. Ding, what? Oh, I got off track. I'm trying to do this. That's what happens. That's the kind of thing that happens with your body when there are these toxins that are stuck in your body. Complex removal. They require a robust approach that goes beyond just GI cleansing or blood purification. So yeah, it's just, it's more robust. Did they say robust in that? Yeah, this is my outline. Did I say robust in there? So yeah, we've got robust. Potential health impacts. Improper clearance can contribute to obesity, cardiovascular problems, immune challenges, and more. Meaning that if you are not careful with this, and that's why I, on my program, I meet with you once a week, and there's a place to ask questions, because if you hit a bump in the road, it's important to know, is this an actual health concern? Do you need to stop? Or is it just part of getting toxins out of your body? So these are important questions to ask when detoxifying and getting toxins out. Why you might need a detox. You live in a heavily polluted area. You have a history of smoking or heavy alcohol use. You have long-term prescription medication use, diets high in processed foods, refined sugar, and artificial additives. So the whole thing about long-term prescription medication use, it can be one medication and more than 1 year is considered long-term prescription use. Possible symptoms: fatigue and poor sleep quality, weight gain and food cravings, gastrointestinal disturbances and low libido, skin issues, and reduced mental clarity. Nutritional support for or during a detox. It's important to have proper nutrition. So mobilized toxins in phase 1 can be more reactive and potentially harmful if not adequately neutralized. Phase 2 conjugation requires specific nutrients such as amino acids and antioxidants to safely bind and neutralize the toxins. Preparation is key. Ensure your diet is rich in vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. That's why we do the shake. It's got so much good stuff in it, and the supplements. Adequate protein intake supports conjugation pathways. So in the original version of the cleanse, you're spending 10 days that you are not having any added protein. There's protein in the shake. However, depending if you're on menopause, if you're lifting heavy weights, we're going to want to make sure that you keep your protein high, and there's a way to do that. So I'll share that with you as well. Adequate protein intake. Okay. Supporting gut health with fiber, probiotics. It aids in toxin excretion. Got to get those toxins out. If you release them and they're not going out of your body, they're going back into your body. That is not what we want. Choosing the right reset program. So cleanse is ideal for if you have mild GI concerns and you just need a quick reset. Basic step to reduce future toxin buildup. Pretty much if you're living in the world today, a cleanse is not enough. You've got toxins running around. And if you live anywhere where you've seen the streaks in the sky, that's pollution that's coming out. I don't care what the reason is for it. If you think it's a chemtrail or just I forget what the names are for it, but we're surrounded by pollutants. Purification is better for mild systemic symptoms and concerns about circulating toxins. So this should be for everybody, minimum. Targets both your GI and your bloodstream with moderate lifestyle changes. Moving around a little bit more, drinking more water, thinking thoughts that nurture your heart and soul. Metabolic detoxification support the most comprehensive approach. I think everybody should do this one. Addressing toxins stored at the cellular level. Because again, we are surrounded by toxins. And I think even today, if you live out in the middle of nowhere, you're going to have toxins from the air and in your water. It requires a well-structured plan with specific nutritional support to protect against harmful toxin intermediate. So there you go. Takeaway message: match the right reset program to your unique needs is crucial. And I'm doing 21-day purification, and I will continue to offer this because it is foundational given what we are exposed to in the world today. If toxins are primarily affecting the gut, a simple cleanse may suffice. If there is noticeable but moderate systemic symptoms, a purification program could provide the needed support. For deeper, more complex toxin issues, especially the stored toxins, a full metabolic detoxification regimen is essential. Adequate and targeted nutrition is critical at every level to ensure safe and effective toxin removal. So there you go. There's my outline, as you can see. So I think everybody, if you're exposed to toxins, make sure that you do this safely. If you don't work with me, work with somebody who can answer questions about your program as you're going along, because most important is that you are taken care of and that you do this safely and that you get those toxins out so that you can feel good. How often to do these? Minimum once a year. Once a year, the 21-day, and then a shorter reset of maybe 10 days or 2 weeks halfway through the year is a great idea, especially after summer. So we're doing this one starting in about a week from where I'm recording this. And then it's going to go for 3 weeks. You can start it at any time. And I'm going to have a link below where you are welcome to sign up, and you can go into the Facebook page, and I am going to be monitoring those pages, but we are officially starting it together in a week. And I would love for you to join me in that. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns, or if you think that you don't need a detoxification. I would be very curious about that and why you think doing some kind of purification or cleanse is not appropriate for you. I would be so interested in that because we are so surrounded by junk all the time. And so anyway, I just think it's amazing. And we're doing this. Oh, one thing to realize in this one is that it is not to suffer. It's to retrain ourselves. It's to cleanse our bodies with all the nutrients, but also getting information and knowledge about how to eat clean in a way so that every time that you do this, so every year that you do this, your body's a little bit stronger, it's a little bit better, and you feel a little bit better, and your body is supported beautifully. So let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.